They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his man. And right away, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, it's still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. You look at the defense for these Texans. They've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Brown the motion man right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Pierce now up the middle. And he's upended after a gain of 4. The 25-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Play action. Stroud now. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. To the right side and caught by Dell. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. First and 10, it's Pierce. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Stroud sets up the play action. And he is caught. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 and the 15. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on first and 10. Back to the ground with Pierce. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Sliding out of the pocket. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
79 Broncos. Ready.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. Touchdown, Texans. Dameon Pierce. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And the Steeler first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Warren. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Here's a 2nd and 7. And his throw here is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On play action, they'll throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That open man that time, too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Stroud now on second down. And this one's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Going for it with Pierce. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. Here's Austin. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. This is caught inside the 15. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll go down at the 28. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They'll run on first down with Singletary. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
18, Pioneer.
Stroud looking to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Stroud out of the gun here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Ready.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Completes it to Austin. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
On the give, it's Warren. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Warren, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from moving out in front.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point now by Boswell. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Steelers 14, Texans 13. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Their own 13-yard line.
Let's go now.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Hey, hey, hey.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. There's the stiff arm. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 19-yard line.
Stroud to throw it. Gets the dump off to Pierce. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Hustle! Go!
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Being chased out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Alex Highsmith making a nice play and getting the sack.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello in a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Ready.
Stroud off the play fake. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. A big spot now for the Texans as they'll try for 2. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Will Anderson in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. They fire this one quickly to Austin. And that's good for a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. For the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Across the formation, he hits Austin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Jalen Petrie picks it up. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language.
And they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your play.
And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
Well, they're not going to go quietly. That's a big play right there. 2 scores down. They're not out of this, but they've got to move.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he finds Austin complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They'll look to throw now on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jalen Petrie picks it up, and the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. That one looks like he'll throw here. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. Here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Texans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time is run out on this ball game. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for the Texans, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.